Okay. Hi everyone, it's me again, Mia, and welcome to our Out of Office podcast with Edina and Mia. Kaso yun lang, si Edina hindi pa rin available for today's episode. Isisingit na lang natin yung mukha niya somewhere dyan. Pero I think on the next episode, makaka-join na si Edina. She's just really very busy now. But again, welcome to Out of Office podcast. We have another guest for today. But if you are new to this channel, my name is Mia. I am a freelancer, also a content creator. We created this podcast just for us to be able to talk about how to be a freelancer, lifestyle ng mga freelancer. And then now, itong series na to is we have different guests joining us that will also share kung ano yung mga niche nila, ano yung mga expertise nila, and then yung sarili nilang journey. Kasi baka sawa na kayo sa mga puro kwento ko. So, we have other people who's going to share their own experiences and yung mga expertise nila. Now, for today's episode, our guest is Ali Pineda. He is a very good friend of mine. He's also a freelancer or a freelance web designer and developer na sobrang galing with take note, more than 12 years experience in this industry. Sobrang tagal na. Bago pa nauso ang mga freelancers and virtual assistants, edu creators, freelancer na si Ali and he's a website designer and developer. After years of working with clients and businesses, Ali is also creating education or edu creation. He is now helping beginners learn how to design professional websites and build real practical skills. If hindi nyo pa nakikita yung content niya, sobrang galing niya. I love his content. So let us all welcome to the stage Ali. Hello, Ali.
Hello, Mia.
Hello there. How are you? Kamusta ka naman
Yes.
today?
I'm doing really great today, and thank you for inviting me on your, I
Of
guess,
course.
podcast, right?
Yes, of course. Nako si Ali, alam mo si Ali magaling 'to mag-English. Lagi niya pina-practice yung English niya. If you look at his content, it's always on English. Pero medyo magta-Taglish tayo today. We
Okay.
might have what's this? We might have some audience na hindi marunong mag-Tagalog or doesn't know how to speak in Filipino or Tagalog. We'll definitely make sure
Mhm.
that there is a translation in the caption section so that everyone can definitely watch. So, enough about me talking. Let's hear naman Ali. Ali, just
Yeah.
quickly introduce yourself. Tell us what your niche is or what your expertise is.
Yeah. So, for everyone who's watching and doesn't know me, I'm Ali Pineda. I'm a freelance website designer and developer for more than 12 years. I also create educational videos where I help beginners learn how to design professional websites. So, yeah, that's me.
Amazing, grabe. Ali, 12 years, no? Ako, 4 years pa lang.
Mm.
Parang ang pinakamatagal ko na nakilala is 10 years. But 12 years. Before tayo mag-deep dive sa pagiging freelancer mo, prior to you become a web developer or web designer, did you have any other work before that? Or straight from school, naging freelancer ka na?
Mm. So yes, so yung journey ko as a professional, actually I consider it as me being really lucky, because I started my very first job because I was absorbed by the company where I've taken the on-the-job training when I was like in my last semester of college. So um, I got really lucky there. I got absorbed as a junior website developer. So that's how I started in the industry.
And this is on-site work or sa company talaga or freelance na yun, beginning pa lang?
No, hindi pa siya freelance. So, yung company is called SAOP, and naka-base siya sa Ayala, Makati.
Okay, so on-site ka pa nito, corporate ka
Mm-mm.
pa before ka
Yes.
nag-freelance. How long ka in the corporate or in this company before ka nag-transition to a freelancer?
Mm. As long as I remember, more than 1 year, mga 1 year and a half, bago
Bilis
ako
lang.
nag-transition into freelance. Yes. Um, so
Oo.
again, I got really lucky. um, So, basically nung 2012 ako nag-start mag-work, and then
Yeah.
nung 2013, somewhere in the middle, the company suddenly announced, bankruptcy, because of,
Oh,
bad decisions, things like that.
yeah.
And there's what they call like retrenchment. I'm not sure if you've heard of that.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
so, ang unang matatanggal is yung mga bagong employee,
Yung
which is
pinakabago.
us,
Yes, totoo.
yung mga OJT. So, ganun talaga, tinanggap ko na lang. And then, after that, uh, I guess a couple of months passed, maybe 1 to 2 months, and then somebody reached out to me. I remember we're still using back then Skype. So yun yung
Oh my God,
way
wala
na.
ng Skype ngayon, 'di ba?
Yes, sobrang tagal na. Yun yung
Yeah.
way na pag-message namin dati. Yahoo Messenger din. So, wow.
Yes.
Ah, so yeah. So he messaged me and he said like, "Hey, someone recommended you to me. Are you available? Do you want to try doing this task for me? And then we'll see, how it goes." And ako naman, syempre sa una kinakabahan like, okay lang ba 'to? Ganyan, first time ko magganito. Pero since wala akong work no'n, I just said yes. And
Yeah.
then fast forward to like what now? Like 13
Mhm.
years.
Yeah.
He's still my client. So he's my first and longest freelance
Really?
client. Yep.
Oh my God, alam mo hindi ko alam 'yun. Na-shock ako.
Oh.
Akala ko, you have a long-term client but hindi ko alam na yung first
Mm.
client mo is still your client until now. Saan mo siya nahanap? I mean, you mentioned na you connected via Skype or,
Mhm.
Yahoo Messenger. Paano mo nakita yung client mo? That was what you mentioned like 12 years ago, 13 years ago. Paano mo siya nakita?
Yes. So like I said from the beginning, I got really lucky. So
Mm,
as one of the people na natanggal dahil dun sa bankruptcy,
mm.
he's a friend of the owner nung company na pinag-workan
Oh,
ko. And then,
okey.
I guess he's looking for a website developer and the
Yep,
owner recommended me and then gave me my, I guess, email in Skype. And then that's
yeah,
how he messaged me. And that's where it all started. Like, it's, like I said, I just got lucky. Like, I didn't
yeah.
have to look for
And
client. They
for
just,
another
yeah.
work. Correct,
Mm-hmm.
dumating totoo 'yan, very lucky nga talaga naman, especially during that time 12 years ago hindi pa uso yung mga freelancers or hindi pa uso yung virtual work. Now,
Mm-hmm.
ano yun, naghanap ka ba ng ibang trabaho noon or on-site na trabaho or corporate work or nag-full-time ka na with that client?
At first, I got a second corporate client,
Again,
on-site, sorry, on-site client.
yeah,
So, recommend din ako doon kasi. And then, at that time, nag-start ako sa second corporate work ko sa Makati.
mm,
Mga yung, I guess yung freelance ko na client, parang small task
yeah,
pa lang yung binibigay niya sa akin. And then it
okey,
suddenly started growing, like suddenly binigyan niya ako ng isang project, like a whole
yeah,
website that I need
yeah,
to what we call build in
mhm,
WordPress. I'm sure familiar ka doon.
yes,
Um, so yeah, and then nung napapansin ko na parang nagtutuloy-tuloy na yung parang, I guess, sideline ko nun,
yeah,
na parang nalalampasan niya na yung corporate na job ko in terms of,
yeah,
income or salary.
yeah,
I decided to quit na doon sa second job ko and I said, I can start full-time
full-time,
freelance na and I'll be just working at home. And I remember at that time, before I decided to quit, I was already like feeling, I guess, burnt out like sa biyahe.
hmm,
Kasi yung biyahe
yeah,
ko noon, um, at the very least 1 hour and
tagal,
sometimes or most of the times even more.
oo,
Especially when I'm going sa MRT station. I'm sure
yeah,
maraming familiar dyan sa mga nagtatrabaho sa corporate job. My body was really tired like doing that every day
hmm,
and I was like, okay, I think it's time to quit na since I already
yeah,
have like another work that's waiting for me and
Yeah.
a lot better. So yeah, I
Correct.
decided to quit and started my full-time freelance job.
Well, good decision 'yan. You mentioned about nalalamangan na nung part-time mo yung sweldo mo. If
Yeah.
you don't mind me asking, I'm sure a lot of people are also curious. That was 12 years ago, a little bit more than 12
Mhm.
years ago. How much was your starting rate or how much yung sweldo mo sa freelance job mo that made you decide na, hindi na ako magko-corporate, ifo-full-time ko na 'to?
Yes. So, dun sa first work ko, yung after just graduating
Yeah.
as a junior website developer, yung starting salary ko noon, naalala ko is like 18K. And then may parang butal-butal pa, pero
Dun
18K
yun sa
siya. And
corporate
then,
'no? Sa
yes.
corporate
And then
yun,
dun,
okey.
yes. And then dun sa second corporate job ko, mas mataas.
Oo.
Inofera niya ako like, I think 25K per month
Mhm.
as a website developer din ito. And then,
Okey.
so kaya ako napa-transition into dun sa freelance job ko kasi na-recognize ko, binigyan niya ako ng isang like full project na website
Mhm.
project, and he paid me, I remember, like $600 for that, just for that one project.
Just for one project?
Yeah.
Ang laki
And
nga.
napapansin ko nga na parang sunod-sunod na project. So napaisip ako na parang yung oras na ini-invest ko dun sa biyahe ko sa pag-work sa
Yeah.
corporate, kung ini-invest ko na lang dito, edi mas malaki pa yung kikitain ko. So that really made me decide na, okay, let's just quit in my corporate job, start my
Totoo.
freelance work. Yeah.
Totoo. Alam mo, yesterday I had a recording also ng podcast and pinag-usapan din namin yung regarding sa pay na parang ganyan din yung question ko that
Mhm.
what made you decide na mag full-time na ng freelance? Tapos yun din yung sinabi namin na parang, yung comfort mo sa bahay, yung less stress mo sa biyahe, yung less toxicity from corporate job, kahit sabihin mong mas mataas ng konti yung sweldo ng corporate mo, tapos
Mhm.
medyo mababa ng konti yung freelance mo, mas pipiliin mo pa rin yung freelance, eh. Lalo na 'pag alam mong wala ka ng stress-stress sa biyahe,
Yeah.
makaka-enjoy ka sa bahay 'no? So talagang you would really enjoy that or you would really choose that. Very important din talaga when considering work yung mental health mo at saka yung pagod
Sobra.
pinagdadaanan mo, 'di ba? Now, I'm sure now that they know how much yung income mo 10 years or more than 10 years ago,
Mhm.
ikukumpara mo yan right now, 'di ba? I'm sure there are a
Yeah.
lot of people who are watching na interested na, "Ay, okay, gusto ko rin siguro yung industry mo or yung specialty mo." Can you talk a little bit more about or describe kung ano ba ang ginagawa ng isang website designer or web developer?
Okay, so I always tell other people, especially beginners, that website design and website development are two different things because
Mhm,
many beginners mistake like website design is the same as website development. So
yeah.
let's start with website design. So website design is um, yung job mo doon is yung appearance or design, like design ng website. So like yung colors, yung fonts, yung images na
Yeah.
gamitin, yung layout, yung pagkasunod-sunod. So that's the job of a website designer. And then
Mhm,
once matapos na yung website designer from creating yung website design, isi-send na yon into the website developer. Ngayon, si website
mhm,
developer naman, it's his or her job to what we call build the website
mhm,
based dun sa design na ginawa ni website designer. So dito papasok yung mga skill set like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, WordPress, like
mhm,
Webflow, Squarespace, or whatever platform you're using right now. So,
mm.
yung job ni website developer is to make sure na yung website is maglo-load na kapag binisita mo sa browser mo like Google Chrome or Firefox.
Okey.
So, basically yung nakikita mo na as website, si website developer ang gumawa no. So, yeah.
Yung parang full-on website na 'no, si web developer
Yes.
na yun. So parang si web designer gagawin lang niya yung look, yung feel. And
Yes.
then si web
Mhm.
developer ang magpapagana,
Yes.
gano'n.
So
Tama,
they both work together to create yung
together,
website
oo.
na nakikita nyo sa mga browsers.
And ikaw, you do both?
Yes, I do both.
Oo,
So
kas
go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. So I mentioned earlier na I started as a website developer, but when I transitioned into freelance na instead of corporate
Mhm,
job, after a few years nung freelance job ko, I started looking to, I guess, increase my income pa. And um, I was thinking how can I do it? And
mhm,
that's yun yung pumasok sa isip ko na what if mag-upskill ako? Ano ba magandang
mhm,
skill set na pwedeng i-add ko sa website development? And it clicked to me like, why not website design? I remember back
oo.
then, as a website developer pa lang ako, like, I really hate doing design work kasi hindi ako marunong. Like,
I was
back
gonna
then,
ask nga that, eh. Oh,
yeah. Back then, naalala ko pa ang ginamit naming software for website design is Photoshop. So I really hate
mm,
yung Photoshop kasi hindi ako marunong. So
oo,
what's really amazing, what I find really amazing was when I started to learn website design, I fell in love
mhm,
with website design. Like yung dating hate kong gawin, na in love ako. Kasi
oo,
yung pagde-design, like I don't know, like I find it like really fun. And I
mhm.
remember when I was just starting to learn it, like I spent so many hours, like nagugulat ako gabi na pala, ganyan. Just by learning how to create website design. So that's how I was able to learn website design and combine it
Both,
with my website development. And then after that, I packaged them together,
yeah.
and then I started offering it to my clients.
Oo nga 'di ba mas okey na yun imbes na mag-outsource ka pa ng web designer, ikaw na lang gumawa at least
Mm,
yung income sa iyo na pareho and you have control over the design that you're going to do, na it's gonna work harmoniously to whatever it is that you're going to develop back end. You know, funny you mentioned about you hate designing kasi
yeah.
yun nga yung tatanungin ko, eh, na parang 'di ba 'pag web developer ka more on technical ka, eh, ang utak natin
Mm.
'di ba kadalasan kapag technical ka, more on mathematical ka, analytical ka, kadalasan hindi ka creative. So, paano mo I mean, nakuwento mo na 'yan na parang na-enjoy mo, nag-upskill ka, pero what like, how were you able to psych yourself to do both na parang you are both artistic and analytical at the same time? Like, paano mo na-enjoy yung creatives? Kasi ako kahit anong gawin ko, it's not gonna happen for me. Triny ko maging SMM but I'm really not creative, I'm more operational. So, paano mo nagawa? Paano mo
Mhm.
na-combine yung both that's totally opposite of each other?
Hmm. Paano ko nagawa both? I'm not really sure how to
I'm just
answer that.
curious.
Yeah, I just what I really remember back then was um I was starting to get bored in website development, like
Hmm,
coding na naman, like
yeah,
paulit-ulit na naman. You know how it is pag masyado kang matagal
yeah,
mo nang ginagawa, 'di ba? Na parang routine na, parang
hmm,
wala na lang sa'yo. So you're looking for something like na I guess magi-ignite ulit ng passion mo. And then when I
nice.
did website design, like I guess parang bumalik yung creative side ko. Kasi I can
Yeah,
relate dun sa sinabi mo na parang hindi naman ako creative. Bakit
mhm,
ako mag-website design? And this is another I guess question that I um, na ina-ask ng mga tao sa akin when I'm creating my
mhm,
videos or kapag nakakausap nila ako. Like, I'm not a creative person. Like, is website
mhm.
design for me? And I would say yes. And I really believe na lahat tayo creative na tao. Especially nung
In some
bata
way, yeah,
tayo, di ba? Like, yung
mm,
imagination natin, like, sobrang ganda, sobrang
yeah,
creative. And, somewhere along the lines ng, sa pagtanda, medyo nawawala-wala
yeah,
siya. So, nung nag-start ako mag-learn ng website design, parang bumalik sa akin yon yung pagiging creative ko na, uy, parang ang saya nito ah. And
yeah,
then, Sobrang fulfilled yung feeling ko kapag nakita ko na yung buong design. Like,
Yep.
'pag nakita ko na like, "Oh my God, gawa ko ba 'to?" Gano'n. And then what's really much, um, nagbigay sa'kin ng fulfillment is yung nung kinombine ko na yung dalawa, like yung dinesign ko makikita ko na siya ngayon sa browser kasi alam ko siya
Yeah.
kung paano gawin as a website developer. So, parang dun pa ako mas lalong naganahan sa website design kasi when I'm seeing like my work out there and
Yeah.
other people are using it, other people are seeing it, like parang nakaka-proud sa pakiramdam.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ang ganda 'no, kasi tayong mga freelancers iniisip nila na very, admin lang yung ginagawa. Actually, in any
Mhm.
other niche and I feel also in any type of work naman, na parang you should find the joy sa output ng work mo. Meaning, 'pag nakita mo 'tong katulad yan for web designer, 'pag nakita mo na gumagana siya online o nakikita mo na nagwo-work ng maayos yung pinaghirapan mo, it's so fulfilling, 'di ba, na parang
Mhm.
you won something. Now, for those naman na gustong i-explore ang pagiging web designer or web developer or web designer, ano yung mga
Mhm.
skills that they should have or tools din na kailangan matutunan nila if they want to go to this route ng pagiging isang web designer or web. Pero wait, before you answer that, sorry, before you answer that,
Okay.
I have one more question. Um, yung trabaho mo na yan, kasi you mentioned earlier, parang sa isang project lang binayaran ka ng $600. Ngayon ba,
Mhm.
you have like work hours na kailangan pumapasok ka or sariling mong oras pa din?
Mm. Okay. So, to answer that, may multiple answers ako dyan. So, first is yes,
Okay.
hawak ko yung oras ko. So, when I started doing freelance job dito dun sa first client ko, kaya ako siya nagustuhan is kasi may bibigay lang siyang task and then um, bahala na ako kung kailan ko siya tatapusin.
Yeah.
Pero, hindi ibig sabihin na parang papatagalin ko siya or something like that.
Correct.
Usually may deadline. Like, let's say, may binigyan ako ng task number one. Sabi, oh, deadline yan is this coming Friday. And then,
Mhm.
binigay na yun by like Monday, right? So, I have so much time. Pero,
Yeah.
since gusto kong magpakitang gilas nun, siyempre tinatapos ko agad. And what's really
Yeah.
great as a freelancer and then yung ganitong setup is the faster that you complete your work, the faster that you're going to get paid. So,
Hmm,
usually,
oo
kapag
nga.
binibigyan ako like 1 week na timeline for a project, tinatapos ko siya
Yeah.
within like 2 to 3 days and then I get paid within that said days lang instead of
Yeah.
like waiting for 1 week, right?
Oo,
And
correct.
yeah, and then
So
so yun yung first, hawak mo yung time mo.
oo.
And then yung second naman, well, hawak mo pa rin yung time mo. So this is more of like what we call a retainer. So basically,
Yes.
sa mga hindi nakakaalam sa retainer, so basically may agreement kayo na monthly payment ng client mo and then
Mhm.
may number of hours lang kami within a
Mhm.
month na gagawin kong work sa kanya. So, if you're curious kung anong mga klaseng work yun, so this is more on the website development side of things. So,
Mhm.
like maintenance ng website, like edits ng website, or maybe may bagong pages, or may
Mhm.
bagong functionality, or something na ipapabago sa website. So, for example, right now, I have a retainer client na binabayaran ako like $500 a month and that's
Cool.
10 hours a month,
Oo.
included na yon. And then, ang agreement namin is kapag lumampas ako ng 10 hours within that month,
Mhm.
let's say lumampas ako ng 2 hours, so naka 12 hours ako within that month. So per
Yeah.
hour, babayaran nila ako ng $50 for yung
Wow.
excess pa.
Oo.
So, ito yung pangalawa na retainer. This is also like, hawak mo pa rin yung time mo as long as
Yes,
magawa mo
correct.
yung pinapagawa nila. Pero, just, um, just always keep in mind to always ask yung deadline and
Yep.
so I'm just gonna quickly share na don't make the same mistake na ginawa ko ng beginner ako na parang chillax lang ako, matagal pa yung deadline, alam mo yun. And what happens is parang mag-rush ka and parang
Yep.
magka-cramming ka. Well, kaya naman, pero hindi maganda sa feeling. I don't
Yes.
recommend it. So it's way much more
Very
better to
stressful.
finish yung, yeah, sobra.
Correct.
It's way much more better to finish the task or project
Yeah.
earlier rather than after or pag
Ah,
malapit na yung deadline.
wala. Correct, correct.
Yeah.
Yan ang
So, yeah.
maganda sa sorry, go ahead.
No,
Dumadaldal na naman
I'm
ako.
done. Yeah.
Hindi kasi ang
Okay.
sabihin ko lang, yan ang maganda sa specialty mo or sa
Mhm.
industry mo is dito mo mararamdaman talaga that you are or your own boss. Kasi call mo kung ano yung hours mo, you just have to make sure na you're able to time block it na you will be able to deliver within your deadline. Tapos call mo din how much you're going to charge to your client. So parang business owner ka talaga, no? Tama?
Mhm. Yes.
Yes. Now, sa mga gustong maging ganyan kasi marami yan, ang audience ko kadalasan executive assistants. 'Pag EA ka kasi you follow the hours of your client which is kadalasan 8 hours
Mhm.
per day, parang regular work hours din. Sa mga gusto naman maging in control of their schedule, it's more on project-based, output-based.
Yes.
Ito yung perfect industry na for you. Now, sa mga gustong i-try or gusto maging web developer, ano ngayon yung mga skills that they need to have or they need to learn as well as the tools also that they need to learn.
Okay. So, let's start sa website development. So, if you want to be a website developer, I always recommend starting from, like very foundation talaga, like yung super basic na skill, like HTML and CSS. And then I recommend na i-master nyo muna tong dalawa na to, like because this is like the most important skill
Mhm.
as a website developer. Like kung wala to, hindi ka makakagawa ng website. So this is like yung dalawang kailangan mo para maka-build ng website. And then after
Mhm.
that, learn JavaScript. So this is more of like how should I explain this? Like yung interactions na, let's say, pag nag-click ako sa ganito, ano mangyayari? May magpa-pop up ba?
Oh,
Something
okay.
like that. So, yun yung JavaScript. So, masaya matutunan yung JavaScript. Like, pag nakikita mo na nag-animate yung mga objects or elements mo sa website, like yung, kunwari, nag-scroll down ka, tapos bilang may lalabas or bilang may
Yeah.
papasok, something like that. So, I think you're going to have so much fun learning that. And then, so yun yung mainly na tatlo. So HTML,
Yep.
CSS, and
And Java.
JavaScript. And then if you want yung same route na kinuha
Mhm.
ko, which is WordPress, I highly recommend that as well. I know there's so many, I guess, pathways na pwede mong kunin
Yeah.
as a website developer. Like, ang dami na ring bago lumabas ngayon. Pero, I still highly recommend yung route na kinuha ko, which is WordPress. Because yung WordPress is sobrang tagal na niyang, I guess,
Mhm.
nag-exist as a
Yeah.
website builder. And sobrang popular na niya and maraming taon talaga naghahanap
Mhm.
ng website developer or to be more specific, WordPress developer. So if you're
Mm.
looking for like, if you're just starting out and looking for clients, I really do believe still right now na mas madali ka makakuha ng client kung WordPress developer ka. That's what
Mm.
I
Yeah.
experience.
Yung advice mo ngayon. Now,
Mm-mm.
you mentioned about ang daming mga tools na available out there. Ang
Mm-mm.
dami, especially with the rise of AI, especially with the rise of yung mga drag and drop na website
Yes.
creator platform like Wix, Squarespace, yung mga
Mm-hmm.
ganyan. How do you make sure na you are still competitive against AI, against those easy to create websites? How do you still sell yourself as a web developer? What sets you apart from those easy to do websites?
Mm. So when I accept like a website project as a whole na, I usually include like strategy behind dun sa work ko. So hindi lang siya simpleng like latag lang ng design, like oh eto na yung website mo, ganyan. So may strategy pa behind that because um, our goal is to help yung clients natin to reach their business goals doon sa website nila. Like for example, may client ako na ang goal niya is to I guess build her email list, mga ganun, or someone na mag-enroll sa coaching niya. So that before we even start anything from like design and development, mag-start muna kami sa strategy where we sit down, we talk about yung mga needs niya and goals niya, and I'll make sure na ma-achieve namin yon, or ma-achieve namin yung goals na yun within dun sa website na gagawin ko for him or for her. And I know, sabi mo nga, maraming drag and drop dyan, things like that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with those things naman, especially if someone is looking for a fast way to build their websites, right? So I'm not against those things. Mia, yeah.
But what sets you apart, just like what you mentioned, dito ko din, nung sinabi mo yan, doon ko na-realize na, kaya pala ganito magturo si Ali sa platform mo or sa social media mo, is that you're also analyzing the boxes, the colors, kung if it's a round box ba, ganito dapat yung combination ng colors. So, it just really shows na kailangan pa rin ng mga people, especially if it's like you mentioned, iintindihin mo yung goal ng kliyente mo. It's not just simply about, this is how my client wants it to look like kasi nakita niya ganito yung template sa ganitong ready-made website. Diba?
Yes.
Parang, it's all about, ano ba yung tamang colors for your specific industry? Ano ba yung tamang flow based on ano yung goal mo? So, that's what you do essentially as a whole, parang holistic na web developer, web designer ka.
Yes.
Perfect.
I just want to quickly share kasi naalala ko based dun sa kinikwento mo ngayon. Like, especially when I was still like a beginner in website design back then, like I have encountered clients where they tell you how to design. Like, gawin mo itong color na ganyan kasi maganda yan, or gamitin mo itong font na to kasi gusto ko yan. Ganun bagay. Yeah. So, that's okay as long as, they pay you, right? But in the long run, if you want to get those high-paying clients, you need to be able to stand on your own. Like, you need to be able to tell your client, like, let me handle the design work. Okay, this is what you pay me for, and you just sit there, relax, and wait for me to provide you yung solution. And I think that will help you reach your goal. So I just want to mention that because I'm pretty sure yung mga website designers that might be watching this have already experienced this, and if you want to be able to reach or get those high-paying clients, you need to, I guess, have this mindset na, na hindi lang ikaw yung what we call like order taker or something like that in terms of design. So,
dapat ikaw din magsasabi sa kanila kasi trabaho niyo yan, 'di ba? Kayo yung may experience ng how your website works. So, kailangan ikaw na rin magsasabi sa client mo na based on the study from years ago, ito ang mga font na nagwo-work talaga. So, those are things that you should also learn as a web designer, no? Like what fonts work, what colors work, ano ang nagko-convert na layout, yung parang ganyan. So, aside from just designing, you have to learn those things also. Now, knowing na ang dami mong ginagawa, web designer ka, web developer ka, if you don't mind us asking and you're willing to share also, how much ang pay ng isang web designer and web developer? Kasi I'm sure ang dami, yung mga nanonood sa atin dito, yun ang hinihintay nila eh. Magkano ang kikitain ko if I become a web designer or a web developer?
Yeah. So I'm not entirely sure how much yung starting rate na ngayon ng freelance na website designer or freelance website developer kasi it's already like more than 12 years na nung nag-start ako. So even though I say like I got $600 nung website development project ko noon,
Mhm.
maybe today it's not $600 na kasi mas malaki na nga yung I guess
Correct.
value ng pera ngayon. So maybe it's $1,000.
Mhm.
So I'm not really entirely sure about those things. So I will just give a range, maybe. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, ang ano ko is parang if you're going to help someone na gusto maging web designer or web developer na katulad mo, ano ang
Mm.
tip mo sa kanya ng how much should they charge their service? Na parang, "Oh, Ali, gusto ko maging katulad mo
Oh.
din. Marunong na akong
Mhm.
maging marunong na ako sa pagiging developer, marunong na rin ako mag-design.
Mhm.
Paano ko ngayon, how much yung safe at saka reasonable amount that I can charge for my service as a beginner?"
I see. So normally may mga rates na ganyan, may guides na makikita tayo online sa ganyan like yung charge mo let's say for pag nag-design ka ng landing page or
Yeah.
nag-develop ka ng landing page. So it's okay to follow those things. Like let's say, ang nakita ko like $600 to $1,000 for like one landing page, something like that. That's okay.
Mhm.
But this is just my personal opinion, right?
Yep.
It really still will fall on your I guess confidence, skill set mo.
Mhm.
Like for
Yeah.
example, like you're a beginner website design beginner right now, and then you suddenly got your first client and they ask you how much is your service, right?
Mhm.
Um, so based on my personal experience, like you should base your pricing based on your confidence. Like yung $600 ba, confident ka doon? Like do you feel scared
Mhm.
charging that amount? Do you feel like tama lang yung $600 kasi pinag-aralan mo tong mga bagay na to, like alam mo na yung ginagawa
Yeah.
mo? So again, it falls down into that yung confidence mo, yung experience mo din. Like for example, like experience ka na, so yung $600 masyado mababa sa'yo. So no, $1,000 ako, ganyan.
Yeah.
Kasi even though let's say for example like you get like maybe let's say taas-taasan natin ko like $2,000 for
Yeah.
a design project, but you're still a beginner, right? And you're not
Mhm.
confident with your skill set. So medyo magkakaroon ng misalignment doon sa expectation ng
Hmm.
client mo. Kasi they're willing to pay more because they expect you to do like high quality design work, things like that.
Worth
So
$2,000.
yeah, worth $2,000.
Oo.
So if you're not able to align that yung expectation nila doon, medyo magkaka-problem tayo with the client. And I don't want you guys to, experience that and then, parang, alam mo na,
Correct.
masisira yung
Yeah.
relationship niyo, things like that. And another side note here is that, um, again, based from my experience, right? It's better to be honest with your client. Like, for example, you got your first client. You tell them like, I'm still a beginner, and this is my experience, things like that. Instead of like, oh, I'll just use the word like pretending or lying to your
Mhm.
clients that,
Yeah.
oh, I already have so many experience, pero hindi
Ah,
naman tugma dun sa work mo. So
correct.
it's better to be honest, and
Yeah.
based on my experience, it's actually for the better when you're honest with them. Like you gain their trust more, they trust you more,
Correct.
they actually give you more work because
Yeah.
you're honest with them, like you're transparent, and that's what clients love. They love to
Correct.
work with people they know and they like. So yeah.
Correct. Siguro the best way also to do that 'no, well, tama ka naman talaga dun na parang you should charge it based on kung saan ka confident na, "Okey, etong ganitong work ko, ganito ang worth niya." 'Di ba? Siguro ngayon if may mga interested na nanood dito na interested maging web designer or web developer, maybe you can reach out to other web developers ta's mag-inquire kayo ng mga rates nila. Mag-reach out kayo
Mm-hmm.
na para at least lang meron kayong feel of how much na ba ngayon 'to sa market or tumingin kayo sa mga online job platforms
Yes.
and see magkano ba yung mga ino-offer nila for mga web developers. Like Fiverr, I know Fiverr, marami kayong
Mhm.
makikita mga web designers, web developers, and you can check out kung ano yung mga rates nila doon. But since we're also already talking about rates, ikaw ngayon, Ali, if you're comfortable to share, let me know. If hindi, if you're comfortable to
Mhm.
share, as with 12 years of experience ka na, how much is your beginner charge for your services? Yung pinaka-basic mo na charge.
So yung hourly rate ko, like for small tasks, like I do charge like $50 per hour. Pero meron din akong retainer doon na parang yun nga, yung minimum to get my service is for 10 hours. So that's like $500 per hour. So yun yung retainer na service ko. And then there's my website development service. So website development service, like I need to code or build yung website ko. So right now, as of this recording, I use WordPress or
Mhm.
Webflow for my website development project. So basically, these are my two main platforms that I use for building websites for my clients. So nagre-range yan from I guess $1,000 to I guess $5K depends on
Yeah,
how big the website is.
correct.
For you guys who are you know aspiring website developers, so the more pages that you need to build or code, or the bigger the website is, the more pay that you should be getting.
Correct.
I just want that to be clear. And then that's for my website development. And then for my website design, normally I don't just offer my website design services. I
Alone, no?
usually,
Oo.
yeah, usually when someone wants me to design, so this is what's really great about what I did by combining my skill set. So
Yeah,
someone will reach out to me like, "Hey Ali, can you do my website? Can you design my website?" So normally when I do design their website, I will also develop their website. So it's kind of like, hindi na sila maghahanap ng iba pa. Ako na yung
correct.
magiging website developer din nila. So it comes in package. And then,
Yeah.
so basically, ang process ko doon, which I shared in one of my videos, is strategy, design, and development. So ito yung tatlong major na steps ko doon sa or process ko doon sa services ko. And when a client gets this, I usually charge somewhere like 5 to 10K on a
Mhm.
full project. And
Dollars
sometimes
yan, no?
even, yes,
Yeah.
yes, 5K to 10K dollars based
Mhm.
on gaano kalaki yung website. Again, the more na mas malaki yung website, like an e-commerce website, where
Yeah.
it has so many pages, right? The
Yeah.
bigger yung pwede mong i-charge.
Perfect. Now, so there you go. Yan ang rates. Nakita niyo naman, we can charge $10,000. Pero syempre, hard work yung $10,000 na yun. Mahirap na trabaho
Yes.
yun. But
Mhm.
now I'm down to my last few questions, Ali. We learned
Yeah.
so much from you. Now, for aspiring web designers and web developers, saan mo masasabi, saan sila makakahanap ng clients nila? Or makakahanap ng projects?
Hmm. So
Ano ang
this is
advice mo
one,
where they can look
yeah.
for clients?
This is one of the main questions na lagi ko nakukuha when,
Yeah.
mga comments sa mga tao. And honestly, I cannot recommend like, going to like Fiverr or online jobs, things
Mhm,
like that. Because I can't recommend it because hindi ko pinagdaanan yan. Like, hindi ko na-experience
mhm.
it and hindi siya gumana sa akin. So,
Yeah,
I don't recommend things na hindi ko pa na-try and gumana sa akin.
correct.
So, what I will recommend you guys is based on my experience, and that is through networking and showing up in your social media. So, as a, if I were to be a beginner right now,
Mhm,
if I'm starting to learn like website design or website development right now, and I want to get my first client, what I will do is I'm gonna clean up my social media. Just choose one. So let's say I'm choosing Facebook. I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna make it professional. I'm gonna say there like I'm a website designer, I'm a website developer, and then I'm gonna create posts related to my work. So let's say I designed, even as simple as like one section or one element
Yeah.
or what I'm currently learning at right now, I'm gonna post it in social media and I'm gonna tell people what I'm doing. This way, people will start to know like, oh, Ali's doing website design. So when the
Yeah.
time comes that they need a website designer or someone they know is looking for a website designer or website developer, the first person that they will think of is me, right? Or is you.
Yeah.
So that's how I would recommend you guys, what you guys to do to get your first client because that's what worked for me. And what's really great about that is one, um, the more that you build your network, the more na mare-recommend ka ng mga tao for
Mm.
projects, client projects, collaboration. And what's really great in there is there will come a point na hindi ka na maghahanap ng client. Like sila na yung pupunta
Mm.
sa'yo mismo kasi, uy, recommend ka sa akin ng ganyan. Uy, recommend ka ng
Yeah.
ganyan. And what's really great in there is when you, let's say you got your first few clients and you really build a good relationship with them, like you provided them with great service, like they're so happy with your service, right?
Yeah.
What's really great in there is they're also gonna recommend you to the other
The
friends na
friends.
business
Yeah.
owners then. So it's gonna be like a compound effect, like it's gonna keep growing and growing and growing. And I think this is the best way to get, your clients, not just for now, but for the future as well.
Perfect. So ayan, networking, sinasabi ko din yan, networking and referrals is really very powerful to get clients. So I'm sure there are a lot of people watching right now who wants to be a web designer or a web developer. And Ali, we might have some clients also that are watching. So please let them know where they can follow you, where they can contact you if they need your services or if they also want to learn from you.
Yes. So, for you guys who want to learn how to design professional websites, I have a YouTube channel at Ali Pineda Creates. I also post in Facebook and TikTok videos. Again, under same handle at Ali Pineda Creates. And you can also visit my website, alipinedacreates.com, if you want more information about me. And yeah, that's pretty much all of yeah, all
Amazing.
of
So
it.
for those who want to learn from Ali, for those who want to get Ali's services because he's an amazing, experienced web designer and web developer, we'll make sure that we provide all of his links and contact information in the description down below. Now, Ali, one more question. What is your final advice for those aspiring web developers and web designers out there?
Mm. Um, okay, so my advice for aspiring website designers or developers out there
Yeah.
is um, don't rush, take your time because learning website design and learning website development can be pretty overwhelming. Like there's so many things that you need to learn and every day may bagong lumalabas. So
Yeah.
if you try to keep up with everything, it's gonna overwhelm you. You're gonna going to get burned out. And one more thing that I recommend is choose one. Like a lot
Mm.
of beginners make the mistake of learning website design and website development at the same time. No, please don't do that. It's gonna overwhelm you so much. Just learning website design alone, just learning website development alone is already way too much. So just focus on one. If you like website development, coding, logic, things like that, then go for development. If you like designing, colors, um, then go for website design. And then really focus on building your foundation first. Like I see many beginners make the mistake of again rushing to get that
Mhm.
first client, and what happens is when they do get that first client, they don't have enough foundation on their skill
Mhm.
set to be able to deliver their promise to their clients, which is gonna be really bad for you. So don't rush, focus on the foundations so that you'll be able to build that confidence. And once you get your first client, you're gonna be doing really great on your projects.
Amazing. Perfect. Thank you so much, Ali, for that great advice. And we learned so much from you. I'm sure madami ngayon magiging interested to become a web designer or a web developer. And I hope we also can convert some clients who are watching right now na get yung service mo. So again, we will make all of those links and contacts available in the description down below. And thank you, Ali, so much for joining us here on our podcast. I hope that we guest you again in the future. But yeah, thank you so much. And thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you on the next episode. Oh, by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, mag-subscribe na kayo and mag-subscribe din kayo sa YouTube channel ni Ali because you'll definitely learn a lot from him. Thank you guys, everyone. Enjoy. Bye.
Bye.
Hold on.